Well, it's clear, as I said earlier, this is a combination of the level of immunity in the population, and that's a combination of the natural immunity you get from COVID infection. But what does all of the heavy lifting, really, or most of it, are vaccines. So you need to get vaccines rolled out across your population, and you need to encourage people in a very positive way and reinforce the message that vaccination actually works. It does weaken significantly the link between infection and hospitalization. And I do wonder about how effectively that message has got across in other countries in Europe. But also we can see that non-pharmaceutical interventions, in other words, wearing face masks, does have a big impact, as does social distancing. And it's getting that combination right. Whether you can compel people to do this, particularly when you remove restrictions, is very difficult. But I do think a lot of this is about government messaging and the trust that populations have in their own governments.
I want to know whether we can talk about Europe as a collective this year. I mean, last year it felt like we were just seeing a rise and escalation in COVID infections across the bloc. One country followed each other. But since then, we've had slightly different vaccination rates. And I'll call out, for instance, the Portuguese economy. You've seen very strong inoculations in Portugal versus some other places. Is it different this year? Will we see very different COVID situations play out across Europe because of the vaccination rates and also the use of COVID passes?
Yeah, it is, and so that's why we're seeing this heterogeneity in the levels of infection and the impact that's having on hospitalizations across Europe. A lot of it is to do with the success of the rollout of the vaccination, including the degree to which countries have vaccinated their 12 to 15-year-olds, where we know a lot of the virus circulates and spreads to the older, more vulnerable population. And again, this has been very patchy across Europe. So it is a real combination, again, of vaccine uptake in different parts of the community in different age groups, and whether people are maintaining social distancing and wearing face masks, be that voluntarily or be that because of the maintenance of restrictions.